So thank you guys for staying with me during the preview and intro. So without wasting much time, let's get into talking to how I made 7 entries. Some did fail, but most of them hit TP. So from where we were watching the chart, market was buying upwards from this zone. So the first line, horizontal line, was a resistance level, and the second horizontal line is a wick. So price tapped into the resistance level with this candle, took out liquidity, that was the wick with this candle, but failed to create a bearish engulfing candle. So the resistance failed to hold, which made price broke through this long bullish engulfing candle. So after this bullish engulfing candle, let me clean this once. We all noticed the gap price left this area with this area. There's a fair value gap because it's 3 consecutive candles. 1, 2, then this one, the third one, forming the fair value gap. So upon seeing this, I marked my level, this one, and this was to be the swing high. So this level is the swing high. So without wasting much time, let's jump to the 15 minutes time frame and analyze how I took the 7 trades, failing 2 and winning 5. So 15 time frame to here. Let's start from here. So down to the 15 minutes time frame. So another gap here was a gap. So I didn't see this wick while I was analyzing the chart. I didn't see. I thought it was a gap, so I marked it as a gap. But once you look at this area, this was an order block, and the gap was from here to this zone with this liquidity. So I failed to notice this wick because I didn't see. It was a mistake, but price did hold that area because of this order block. This one is a valid order block. So I was supposed to buy from this zone, from the order block. So let me delete this one, the first entry. That was the first entry I've deleted. So why is this a valid order block? Because this one cleared liquidity here. Cleared liquidity has an imbalance here and liquidity above. So this is the swing high. So from this area to this area is our swing level. So we're buying from this zone to this zone. So let me delete it. So 15 minutes time frame. This is the 15 minutes time frame. This is our valid order block we noticed. And this is our liquidity, which price is supposed to take out, respect this order block, then push upwards. So without wasting much time, top of the order block, Excel below here, then take profit at the swing high. That was the first entry. So let me delete this one, delete this out, put price here. So let me mark this one. First entry. Its system will do. First entry was here. So right after price tapped into the other block, respected it, pulled up, broke through this level. This was supposed to hold price down, but it failed. So it broke through this level. After breaking through this level, I saw a fair value gap, another fair value gap here, the 3 consecutive candles here, and this here is liquidity, which price will pull back to take it out, respect the fair value gap, and push forward. So 50% of the fair value gap and Excel here below the first candle, then TP at the swing high. So here, let me put this one here. That was the second entry. So let me copy this one, paste. So second entry. So with the third entry, it was here, another fair value gap entry. So let me delete this one, delete this out, and delete this out, delete this, delete this, delete this. So here, look at this level. Price broke through this area. That was the breakout structure, but became more valid after it took this week with a candle's body. So upon taking that level, I saw a fair value gap, which is this area. Fair value gap, which is this area. Then I took it. I took that area. With the momentum price was taken to break through this level, I put my entry here. Then my SL was here. The second entry here. So put this one here. Sorry, my SL was here. Sorry for the noise, my kid sister. So SL was here. 5 pips below this level. Then TP of the swing high. So that was the third entry. Copy. Sorry. That was the third entry. So the fourth entry was a rushed one, and it failed me. Yeah, it failed me because I didn't wait for price to close above here. Price did break this level, so I thought this candle was going to close bullish, making this area a fair value gap, but my prediction was wrong and I rushed in to enter, so it failed me and it took me straight to Excel. So I entered with 50%, then my SL was here, the third candle that created the fair value gap, so here, and it took my SL. That was the fourth entry. So that was the fourth entry and it failed. Failed me. Fourth entry. So when price was pulling down, I noticed something here. This was liquidity. Price was supposed to take out. Liquidity price supposed to take out. So upon seeing this, I noticed the order block here. So I always use the candle's body. I don't like the wicks. So I noticed this area because it's a valid order block. Let this liquidity here, then broke structure with imbalance here, then a favor liquidity resting above it. So it's a valid order block. So I took my fifth entry here, then SL below this level as usual, then TP above this high, swing high. That was 7 out trade. So price tapped into the order block and started pulling upwards. Price kept buying. So with the moment price was taken to buy, the momentum was shallow, was a shallow one. So I noticed something here, which was let me clear this one. This one, it was a quick 3-hour arrow because I didn't want any wahala. So let me clear this one out. So someone would say this is an order block because it pushed the price up to break that level. But I won't mark it as an order. Even if it's a valid order block, it didn't clear liquidity, and it has already been mitigated with this drop. It's been mitigated, so we don't trade off that level anymore. So I noticed this gap here, this fair value gap here. It was a shallow one, but it was a nice one. So that was the level I took my. Sorry, I forgot to label this as my fifth entry. So fifth entry. So this area, fair value gap. This is a 50-minute chart, so you know the pips we're talking about here. So I took that trade. My SL below the level that created the fair value gap. Then my TP was here, this high, this week. 3 RR trade, yeah, and a quick one. So I left the market with a 3 RR, a very quick one. So that was my sixth trade, sixth entry. That was a quick one. I didn't target the swing high. Did a quick entry in and out. So that was my sixth entry. So I tried buying from this zone, but I think I was in the hash because although this was a fair value gap, but it had this fair value gap hold because of this liquidity here. This is the liquidity, and this also is liquidity. So most time, fair value gaps with the liquidities resting about them tends to hold more often. So keep that to your bias. So let me put this one here. It's a quick trade without pullbacks, a very quick one. So I wanted to buy from this zone, this fair value gap, but I didn't wait for my bias to sit in. It was a jump in trade, and I lost 3 hours. So I lost that trade, and that was my seventh trade. So I lost that one. That was my seventh entry, and I lost that one. So I lost 2 trades, one 3 RR, this one was a 2.8 RR. So I lost that one, and I lost the 3.4 RR. So this one, my winning trades were this one 4.8 RR, almost 5 RR. This one 6.5 RR. This was 2.9, almost 3 RR. This was 7.5 RR, and this was 3 RR. So with that one, after this loss, I decided not to enter and trade again. But this drop, obviously, I don't know where price went through, but I think it came to fill this gap. But this isn't a fair value gap. It's a gap order, but it's not a fair value gap, and I wouldn't trade from that level. So after taking all this, I guess it came for liquidity hunt. All these level all these liquidities, all these trend line liquidities. I think price came by to correct these liquidities, then pump upwards. So after this dip, price pumped straight to 3p, and that was how I won my trade. So let's start from this area. This one, if you put this one here, you see that TP. You put this one, push it to the zone, see that another TP there. The second tree, put this level, see that that's another TP there. Then the first entry, see, that's another TP there. So that was how I made 7 entries, lost 2, then won 5. So that's a simple order flow pullback entries. So thank you for watching this video, guys. If it was helpful, don't forget to like this video, comment, and share. Subscribe if you're new. See you in the next video, which will be other blogs. Thank you for watching once again.